Hello, how's it going? Welcome back. I'm back from my offshore project and I feel terrible. I feel so bad. I had my second COVID vaccination yesterday morning and oh my goodness, has it kicked my arse. I seem to have reacted much worse to the second one than I did for my first one. Possibly because I came back from offshore, a full month of night shift with no days off, and I was absolutely exhausted. You do burn more calories on a vessel than you do at home anyway because you're constantly compensating for the movement. And so I was already tired and my immune system was already taking a hit. So maybe this has made the effect worse. But I had a stonking headache earlier on. Dented it a little bit with paracetamol and ibuprofen. But anyway, this is my Arrma Vorteks. This is my newest RC truck. And I broke it the first time I used it. I don't know if it was my fault or the fault of the AVC or both, because I left the AVC on. I took a big jump and either I did or it did. It applied the brake mid-air and it took a tumble because it was sailing quite nicely through the air, and then it braked and just went wee and landed really badly. Bust one of the rear arms. I'm actually very impressed and sort of shocked. All I did was bust one of the rear arms. It was a really, really bad landing. But I've got these RPM arms on it now. Not that I necessarily wanted to upgrade, it's just that the RPM arms, yes, they're stronger, they are lighter. But the standard arms, I reckon, are strong enough because anything would have broken from that landing. But the RPM arms are only £1 more, so why not go for the lighter, stronger ones? So I've done that. I actually repaired that before I left offshore, but I had to leave the next day. I have one major complaint about this truck, and that, or rather, 4 major complaints. The tyres are absolutely diabolical. They're so poor on this truck. They have a sort of medium to stiff foams inside, but it's the rubber compound. It's super hard. It's such a hard compound of rubber that it doesn't generate any grip whatsoever. This thing is just awful on these tires. I used it on sort of grit and gravel on that video, you may have seen it, and I couldn't drive it without the AVC turned on full. Now, yes, you could turn the AVC on full, but I want to drive it without any AVC at all. You've got a truck here, a 4-wheel drive truck, that's undrivable without assistance. Something's wrong with that. You know, you should be able to drive it without anything steering for you. I actually took the truck out on my street outside, and even on tarmac on a dry day, giving it some throttle, it couldn't wheelie. It just spun out. It didn't have enough grip to wheelie on dry tarmac. And with this much power, that's ridiculous. I mean, yes, the power is one of the reasons it's spinning out, but even still. So yeah, these tires have to go because this will transform the truck just having a bit more grip. So I've gone for Proline trenchers. Probably the best tires I've ever used in my life. I've used those Proline trenchers there on my Corrali Triton. They were on the Triton. Before that, they were on my Proline Pro MT. Before that, they were on my HPI Jump Shot. So that's 3 monster trucks those have been on. All of them running exactly those tires. I've just transferred them over, and with the same power system, Castle Creations 4600 kV 2-cell, and the tires and wheels in are probably 6 years old maybe, and they're still in perfect working order and bags of grip. So trenchers it is. Now these are the same 2.8-inch diameter wheels size wise as these ones, but these are not the truggy based trenchers. There are a set with these wheels, with these tires, but with lower profile versions of these tires for truggies. You see these are slightly higher profile, they're a bit taller. Now I could have got for the truggy one, but it's actually based, or rather aimed at the Traxxas, what's it called? Stadium truck, what's it called? Rustler, that's what it's called, Traxxas Rustler. Yes, the Proline trenchers for the truggy are aimed at the Traxxas Rustler, and they're actually got slightly lower profile than these, so the overall diameter is slightly smaller than the standard ones. That would actually lower the truck slightly, and I think if anything this truck could be doing with jacked up slightly. I mean, yes, this is one of the best of the 3S Arrma range round a track. It's also low slung, so it's very good at speed runs, and it's very good on the tarmac. Well, it would be if it had grip, but to be frank, if I was going to use an RC on the track, it wouldn't be an Arrma. It'd be a Lossy or an Associated or Yokomo or a Schumacher, something like that. If I was going to make a speed run truck, it wouldn't be this one. Probably something like an Infraction or a Limitless. and I was going to drive on the road, well, I mean, I could use this, or I could use that, or I could use the Madra, or I could use any one of these touring cars. The Yokomo here, you know, that's not what I'm aiming at. If I fit these slightly bigger wheels and tyres, it will jack it up slightly. Probably bring it more in line of, you've got the Limitless here and you've got the Arrma Big Rock. It's not the Limitless, it's the Vortex. The Vortex is a Vortex. It says it right in front of me. The Vortex here and the Arrma Big Rock here, and I could, or Black Rock. Was it Big Rock or Black? Big Rock, isn't it? But this would bring it slightly more towards the Big Rock, slightly higher, but it'd still be a Vortex. I don't mind losing a little bit of that sort of planted on-road ability just to give it more clearance and more suitability for off-road, because that's where I'm going to be using it. These are quite a lot bigger and a fair amount wider. Hopefully they won't foul, but I can get wider hexes if they do. Speaking of the hexes, you'll notice there's a great big hole in the middle of this tyre, this wheel, sorry. In case you didn't know, these are removable hex wheels that Proline make. They come with these hexes here, which are to fit the Traxxas Rustler. They don't fit this, so you literally just bolt these ones on. These have got the 14mm hex that Arrma use. Use the 6 bolts rather in there with the hex, and boom, you have Prolines on your Arrma and not this rubbish. So that's what we'll do, and these are just going to be so much better. They'll even look cooler because they're slightly bigger diameter, they're wider. Like I say, hopefully they won't foul. We'll see. To compensate for that, I have this. Now, this is a 17 tooth pinion for this truck. I think that's correct. I think this comes with an 18 tooth pinion. But you know what really winds me up in the RC industry, RC world, is when manufacturers make various trucks based on the same platform and they forget to correct the little details on the instruction manuals, either online or on the paper. Same things like, oh, the pinion size from this truck is slightly different from the old truck, but we've taken the manual over from the old truck and modified it to suit the new truck, but we've forgotten to change that, you know what I mean? So this 17 tooth, according to the Arrma website, is correct. According to other websites, shops online, they said that 15 is correct or 18 is correct, and I couldn't get a straight answer. I was offshore, I couldn't just pull my instruction manual. I didn't have it with me, I was offshore. So I think this is right, hopefully it's right. Arrma's website said it was right, but some of the shops that quoted the number also pulled from Arrma's website. I noticed that because it had Arrma written on the instruction manual, the exploded view. And Model Sport, for example, doesn't tell you which one comes with it. It has, oh, this one's listed as 15 or whatever. I don't know. But I'm trying to gear it down by 1 tooth because these are slightly bigger. We gear it down by 1 tooth, maybe 2. I'll try 1 in the first place and see what it's like. Because if I go for a bigger tyre without gearing it down, I think I'm going to run into temperature issues. But I think these are slightly on the limit anyway. So let me just build one of these wheels, try it out, and we'll see what it's like. So here we have our hex. So you get the 6 bolts plugged in there, like that. Right, that's good. Fine. Unusual idea. I hope they're strong enough. They are six reasonably big bolts, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Proline know what they're doing, don't they? They're the best at this sort of thing. Right, there we are. Nicely bolted in. The hex mount here is actually quite low offset, so it should push the wheel quite far out. Hopefully that means it'll clear. I mean, this is designed, these center hexes are designed by Proline for the Arrma range, so hopefully we'll have no fouling issues. So let's try this. I'll put it on the front here. Now the trenchers, just like the standard tyres, are not directional, so the left and rights are exactly the same. Now, can I get away with this? Although I need more leverage. I'll need more leverage than that. Where's me 7? There's me 7. If you're thinking you didn't need that much leverage, my injection was on my left arm and it's in agony, so I'm not putting any force through it. There we are. See, same size of hex, big 14mm hex. Nice hexes on these things. Wheel hexes, metal. go. Okay. How does that look? What do you think? How does it compare to the standard one? I bet it looks better. I'll bet it looks better. It looks a lot more mean from the top. Less spindly. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that looks miles better. Do we have fouling? Don't think so. Oh, no, we have clearance. Perfect. So they are a direct fit once you get those hex adapters. The hex centers. These things. So, that looks awesome. 3 more to go, I guess. Whoa, look at that. That looks proper, doesn't it? That looks awesome. What an improvement. Hopefully a massive improvement in the way it drives as well. I imagine it will be. Nothing like a bit of grip. A wider stance as well. This has got a serious amount of camber though. Let me adjust some of that out. And a massive amount of rear toe, but I don't think the rear toe is adjustable. It's not. But the amount of camber is. Should get my camber gauge out and figure what that is, but it's way too much. And it's also not quite the same on all 4 corners. So I'll try and, yeah, I'll give that an adjustment another time. That won't help, having too much camber. Right, let's have a look at this pinion gear. I don't know how to get in at the pinion gear on this truck. I have no idea. Nope, no idea how to get into that pinion just now. And I kind of run out of time because I need to put dinner on and my headaches are coming back and my sweating is coming back from this injection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there today and I'll get the pinion done and I'll open it up and I'll find out if this 17 tooth is the correct size. So if 18, I think 18 is the standard one. I'll find out how to get into it and what's going on and get it swapped over, ready for the first run. That's all I can do just now because, oh my goodness, I can feel it coming on again. So, thank you for watching. Good to be back, and I'll catch you as soon as possible. Take care. Cheers.